Hey guys, what's up? So today we are doing a video on photography because last Wednesday I went to go shoot one of my friends' bands that I usually shoot every time they're in town, and I brought one of my friends along to help her learn how to shoot live events and all this stuff. Told her what f-stops and all this stuff she should do, and I was like, I should probably make a video about this so I won't forget, and maybe other people need to learn how to do live events and all this stuff, because those are pretty tricky, I'm not gonna lie, because lighting can change all the time and all this other stuff can happen, and if you don't have the right gear you can probably come out with graininess, and don't shoot with flash. So pretty much what you want to start off with if you're doing a live events on any like sports, music, speeches or anything like that, get to the location early, scout it, look how the lights are going to be, if the people can turn on the lights, how the show's actually going to be like, so you can practice real quick. That'd be awesome on your part, just because you can get the lighting and all that stuff down as fast as you can. Yeah, just go around, see where you can stand, what you can't or can't do, because there's some venues where you're not allowed to go in front so you don't bother the people, or on side stage, which I haven't had a problem with side stage at all. Yeah, it would just help you a ton if you can get there early and just scout everything out. So once you've been to the venue, you looked at everything, you talked to some people of the bands and all that stuff, but when the show starts, go up there and take some photos for the opening acts, because you will need the practice. You'll get used to the whole environment, people will see you taking photos, they won't bug you, and maybe you just get some cool photos for them. You don't have to send it to them if they didn't pay you. I usually just take photos just to get practice and then just give them to them at the end of the show, because some of these bands are just local, they're just starting off and they're like, hey, can you help us out? And I'm like, sure, cool. So what, you have like 2 hours already practiced and you're like, all right, cool, I'm feeling confident, you know where all the best spots are at. And that's where me and my friend just split up, and she took the right and I took the left, and she had the better lighting. I had like the dark lighting because I picked the wrong sides. And yeah, so you guys ain't just shooting the one angle, so you guys are separated, and then you guys have different angles to shoot from. So yeah, make sure to practice beforehand. So that's pretty much all I can tell you of like just being there early, practice all this stuff with your camera, because I don't know what camera you're using at all, because you can be using your phone or you can be using Canon, Nikon, Sony, because we used my Sony a7S Mark II, which is pretty much a, what I want to say, low light king, because I can go super low light, but that's with video. With photos, it's another story, which I don't know how I feel about it with photos, but luckily we had a Sony a6500 from one of my friends. He let us borrow it, and this camera's amazing. I'm probably going to pick one up for myself when I can. I want to say the body really doesn't matter, but it does help, depends on what you have. If you have newer cameras, are going to help. If you have lower cameras, you're going to have some struggle with them in autofocusing. So, and lenses is pretty much what you want to invest in. If you're trying to do live events, you have to get lower f-stops with your lenses, because this one right here, it's an f2 and it's a 28mm, as you guys can see. I love this lens. It's one of my favorite lenses that I have for this camera. I have a 16 to 35 f4, but that's usually when I'm outside vlogging with friends. So what that means is you literally need a lens that's probably your minimum is at a 2.8, because you will need all the light you can. Focusing is going to be pretty much easy, you just stay on the person. That's what I found out, especially with the 6500. That camera's just a beast at autofocus. I didn't expect it to be that great. This one was a little trouble, I just went manual focus. Your ISO can be drastically different from photos to video, so that one I'm going to leave it up to you, but my minimum is usually 1600. That's where I leave my ISO. I usually go lower, but if I do need to go a little bit higher, I'll go up to 25. And that's it. For me, it's not even grainy enough at 1600, so I still have that little wiggle room, but I just want to be safe than sorry. And then your shutter speed is pretty much 1/60th if you want to get like that perfect, like them staying still, getting the motion. Or you can go to 1/60th, which will help you get like a little motion blur in the photo if that's your style. But those are the settings that I use when I go out and shoot live events only. It's different when I go do portraits and all this other stuff, but usually where I get my like color goes from the picture profile that I use, which is, I generally do use S-Log for my photography too. If you guys know S-Log, it's like all grayed out. There's some color in there, but there's not really that much color. But yeah, I use S-Log 2 when I'm filming right now, and even in my photography, because I always forget to change it. And then I take photos and I'm like, okay, cool, it's a little grayed out. I get these like cool effects with colors. With S-Log, I can pop anything out. And then on the A6500's picture profile, we didn't have one. We just left it at autumn, -3, 0, -3. And then you can still edit the photo pretty nice. I just haven't tested out with video of how far you can go with your color grade. I always forget to change it because I just like my flat profile, so I can tweak it, all the colors, have those colors pop up in the back. Live events are fun to do if they're your friends, if there's not like corporate and all this other stuff. Live events are fun. If you have a friend that does photography, bring them along so they can practice too. Because that's what I usually do, is just bring someone over here just in case I want to do some video. I have them on photography, just leave them at the best lighting area, and you can just go do your own thing with video. And yeah, that's pretty much, I think, all the tips I can give you. What minimum lens 2.8, get there early, practice with other bands. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little photography tip about shooting live events. Hopefully you enjoyed the photos that we're playing throughout this video, and if you guys want to see more photos, my Instagram's down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.